Okay. Hey guys, it's Phantom, and welcome back, welcome to my channel for a video regarding are Macs good for gaming, or things you should know before getting a MacBook slash cons of having a MacBook when you are a gamer. So first of all, as you guys know, I've used a Mac for some time now. I'm starting to I've had some issues with it in the past, and I've realized, oh, this isn't good. This is not meant for gaming at all, which it's not. So I'm just letting you guys know, do not waste your money on a MacBook if you're gonna be gaming on it all the time, and if you play games like The Sims, don't waste your money because it'll let you down like a couple years later, like how it did with me. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys is, okay, I have The Sims 3 hidden because it doesn't work. So let me just show you guys what happened. So I have The Sims 3 on my Origin here, but it doesn't work. Doesn't work on this computer. Now I'm going to show you what happens. Okay, I know you guys can't see this, but I'm going to show you. I can't figure it out. I cannot figure this out for some very weird reason. So basically what it says is there's an unknown error that happened. There's an unknown error that occurred, and it's actually the most annoying thing. I literally just I reinstalled The Sims 3 on here, and it doesn't work with my computer anymore. So, hang on, I'm gonna see if I can get this back to Origin and kind of just show you. So, hang on, I'm sorry if it's, oops. I'm sorry if it's like switched. So I'm gonna go back to Origin here and show you guys what happened. So, yeah, basically, The Sims 3 does not work with MacBook Pros anymore, especially because my MacBook Pro is really old. It's a 2015 model, as I've said before. I've had it for 4 years. I'm getting a new system. I'm actually getting a PC because I'm like kind of fed up with it. So the reason why it's not meant for gaming is because, like, for multiple reasons. Like, for somebody like me who games full time, like I don't just do it for fun. I'm a pro gamer because I do this full time, and I have a YouTube channel. And I have a YouTube channel where I film Sims 3 and 4 content. So if you have The Sims 3, just don't install it on a MacBook because it won't always work, especially if you try to uninstall it and reinstall it. I made a huge mistake and I don't know how to fix it. I don't have time to fix it. I don't have the patience to fix it. And I regret using Macs. Like, I totally regret it because they aren't, okay, they're not good for long term, right? Is what I'm trying to say. They're not good long-term computers. Now, like if you're like me and you game and you have a YouTube channel where you film gameplay, you know, and where you film gameplay content, you know, for YouTube or Twitch, or if you're like a streamer or something, then it's not meant, okay, MacBooks aren't meant for gameplay, and here's why. So, as you guys know, my freaking Sims 3 has been not working. It hasn't been working for a month on this, and I'm really annoyed. So I'm going to I wonder how I unhide a game. Oh, I'm going to add it to my... Okay, I'm going to add this back to my favorites. So I'm going to add to favorites, and I'm going to unhide it. So, here I have The Sims 3. It doesn't work. So I'm not even going to try to... I'm not even going to attempt to open this, because it will not work. Even after uninstalling it, reinstalling it, it will not open. And I don't know how to fix it. It used to work fine, and now it doesn't. And I literally didn't even play this. I didn't get a chance to play it, you know, to test it, to see if it worked. So, yeah, I do not recommend a MacBook for gaming, specifically because it's not meant for that reason. And also the fact that, like, okay, if you film a lot of videos, you don't want to have to, like, plug your computer in all the time, and it's just not convenient. I mean, it's okay when you start out at first, but when you get, when you get better at whatever you do, and I mean, like, it has to be years, then you can think about upgrading. But, like, this is gonna... like, it's gonna be better in the long run because you won't have to deal with... I mean, yes, you'll have to deal with upgrades and things like that, but it won't be, like, a pain. It won't be a pain because whenever... okay, I've learned that whenever your MacBook is broken, like, if you have a MacBook and if it's broken internally, then you have to physically take it to the Apple Store. You literally have to take it to the Apple Store, and you won't have it for several days, and then they fix it for you, and then, you know, you have to have, like, extra parts. You have to have, like, a charger and stuff. You have to have a charger and stuff, and it's, like, so annoying, because when you film videos, you don't want to have to stop and charge your computer every couple of hours. You just want to, like, give your computer a break and have it cool down, And plus the fans are extremely annoying. PCs, I never really had this issue because PC fans didn't bother me. Like PC fans don't bug me per se, but I guess like Mac fans kind of bug me a little bit. So like, I mean, it's okay. It's okay if you're like starting out, but it's not like for gaming. It's not good for editing. I mean, it has its pros and cons, but I'm kind of anti Macintosh. I'm like pro everything Apple except for Macintosh. So, like, just from my experience, I've had somewhat of a bad experience with MacBooks as the time goes on. And you can get like a lot of like things related to Apple on a PC. So like you can get iTunes and you can get Spotify and you can get like all these other things. And I'm actually gonna look how to into iTunes Connect. On PC. So as you guys know, I use Apple for a lot of things, like my podcasts and everything, but I think I'll be able to figure out how to do that. Oh, you know what? I mainly just like do my podcasts through my distributor and it does it that way. But you can get like you can get a couple of things for Apple. On your PC, so it won't really matter. And then I'm gonna go ahead and look up a lot of different things, like, hold on. I'm going to actually look up, I'm gonna copy this first because I need it for a reaction video that I just did. And iTunes Connect on PC. So I'm pretty sure you just go to, and this is for like if you're, hold on, let me just go ahead and log in and I'll show you. So basically iTunes Connect, what it's used for, hang on, I'll show you guys what it is used for in a second. I'm going to, okay, if you guys don't know what iTunes Connect is used for, iTunes Connect, I'll show you right here. If I can get this figured out. Oh. If I can get this figured out, then I can show you. So, basically what iTunes Connect is, hang on, I'll show you. iTunes Connect is used for people that make content. So what I mean by content is like podcasts or what I mean by they make content is they make podcasts. So there's like, so there's like apps, artists, books, media, and Podcast Connect. So this is basically where you go. So this is basically where you go if you, so iTunes Connect is basically where you go when you're trying to connect a podcast. Well, if you do podcasts like I do, for example, and you're wondering how will this work on a Windows? Or how will you be able to do da 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 on like other platform, on other OSs. So obviously you have to find a distributor like Anchor or some other distributor, but I personally use Anchor for my podcast. And if you guys don't know, I've had a podcast for the last couple of months now, and it's actually super easy. I just record it like I would record any other video. And yeah, so, and then I have it automatically distribute to, like the podcast app, to iTunes, to, other places, to other, oh my god, to other places or whatever. So that's basically how it'll work. You kind of just record it like any other thing, depending on the, sorry if I'm not like showing a window or anything, I'm just kind of talking. But like how you would do it to any other, how you would do it with any other thing would be you'd have to, well, first find a distributor and so on and so forth. Create a podcast, which it's not that difficult. I actually knew nothing about podcasting before I started, and then I learned how to do so, and now I have a podcast on Apple, Spotify, and now my podcast is on Apple, Spotify, and every other platform. So let me just show you, hold on, let me just show you guys what I use for my podcast. And by what I use, I mean the distributor that I use. So, well, this is more of a why Macs aren't used for gaming, or shouldn't be used for gaming / shouldn't be used for other things in the long run. So basically, this is just an example of what I use for my podcast. This is basically what I use for my podcast. I use Anchor. It's totally free. You just have to make an account and everything. It's totally free. And so I'm going to go to my dashboard, I believe. So literally the site that I use is Anchor. It's totally free. It's how I distribute my podcast to other platforms. They kind of automatically distribute, but you have to get your podcast approved. And that's a whole process. It could take a while to get it approved. So my podcast is available on Apple Podcast, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Spotify, and this is just like the RSS feed. So that's basically what you have to copy, and then it distributes it elsewhere. And then here's all the episodes and stuff. Some of them I save in the little folders or whatever. I basically record it and so on and so forth. But you can do that. You can do this. You don't just have to do this for Macs. You can also do this on Windows. So yeah, because I know a couple of people that have have done podcasts in the past or something along those lines. People Lil Simsy and a couple of others. You literally just have to find a distributor to distribute your podcast and then get everything set up and stuff like that, and then they kind of take care of the rest. So yeah, with that, that's another thing. You can use iTunes on your Windows. If you have a Windows, you can use iTunes. You can actually watch movies on your desktop if you have a DVD drive. You have to have a DVD drive, which is why I recommend looking at PCs with DVD drives. And what I mean is PC towers, because that's what the actual PC is, with everything inside. And then you have to get everything else. So this has kind of been a process, but I'm working towards it, and I'll be able to come out with better content. But in the long run, I do not recommend Macs for gaming at all, in my personal opinion, because they are not built for gaming. They're built for other things. They're built for, like, portability. Some people don't want to, take a computer everywhere. I mean, I literally don't take my computer anywhere with me. Like, I'm literally a homebody. I don't always like leaving my house. And whenever I, go places, I don't take my computer with me. Ever. Because whenever I go places, I don't usually go for work. I go for leisure. And since we can't go anywhere, I'm thinking, like, I don't see the point. So if you have a MacBook and you're thinking, oh, I can game on this, don't even try, because it will most likely cause you issues. I'm not just saying that it has caused me gaming issues, it has also caused me other issues, like the fact that I cannot edit, I cannot update. Like, it might cause you other problems, like you can't edit on it, or you can't update your computer entirely, and you just need a whole new computer because it's outdated. Now, I do recommend that you do your research. Some people may ask you questions. Like, I was asked a rhetorical question. It was a rhetorical question, but, it was a rhetorical question, but still, it, freaking frustrated me this morning. So, the typical question of, if you're a MacBook user, will you like using another system or something like that, which is common for somebody to ask when you're thinking of that. And, you may think, oh yeah, you may like it, you may not, because you've had issues with, let's say, Macs in the past. And I've only had one MacBook, and I've had one MacBook for X amount of years. It worked fine, but now it's not working because not only is my game not working on it, one of my games is not working on it at all, and I do not have the patience to fix it, and I don't think I can fix it. And I heard from a friend who specifically said, who plays The Sims 3, and she's a YouTuber as well, who specifically said, don't upgrade your MacBook because it'll just, break The Sims 3 entirely. And that's kind of what happened to me, except I didn't, upgrade it or update it. So, excuse me. If you're a hardcore gamer, don't get a MacBook. It's not worth it. I'd recommend getting a desktop, but that's kind of your choice. Plus, I want to learn how to, properly edit on my computer. I don't edit my videos at all. Wish I did, but it's kind of difficult. So, yeah, with that, I'm going to go, and I'm just going to say that you'll have to upgrade anyways at some point, but the goal is that you don't have to upgrade for a certain amount of years, and that a system can last you a while. And the thing is, you can actually upgrade PCs, and with Macs you can't, so you're kind of stuck. You're kind of stuck in a sense. But in my opinion, I do feel like I would love a PC way more than a MacBook, just because I've had so many problems, and I can, I can learn how to use PCs efficiently. From watching tech videos. I do recommend that you watch tech videos when you're doing like PC research and stuff, just to know more about it. And with that, I'm going to go. And yeah, be sure to leave a like, comment, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!